Dave, can you just give us a rundown on how the last 24 hours have gone for you?
The last 24 hours have been fairly good for us. I've been moving along pretty well the whole time. The winds have been pretty fair and been some good sailing. Not much more than 20 knots of wind, a couple of gusts above it, but not much. And pretty much straight lining. We're up sort of off the Chesapeake point and zeroing in on a strategy for getting to New York City before the end of the week.
Right, excellent. I saw in your email earlier that Matt was having a few stomach problems. How's his condition? Has he been able to recover?
Yeah, he's back in full swing now. He's eating like a teenager. But we're not sure what he ate bad, but he's not prone to seasickness. So we think there's some peanut butter on board that's pretty old. And we think he ate that, and that upset his stomach. So it made it a little difficult for us to. We stayed in the game, but it was kind of like a little difficult that way, I guess.
Right. So you guys are obviously in a strong position right now compared to the rest of the fleet. Do you have any game plans on how you're going to handle the next 24 hours? Are you thinking about covering the other guys, or are you still going to sail your own game plan?
No, I think Matt's been telling me he's pretty comfortable with where we're at as far as an overall strategy to things. We thought after yesterday morning and the troubles with the sail and stuff like that we had fallen fairly far back, but it looks like we're right in the mix with everybody. I think from where we're at, it's still anybody's game as to how the weather plays out between here and New York City. There's obviously some advantages to being offshore if it goes one way, or inshore if it goes another way. I think we're going to pretty much sail our own game plan with respect to what we think the weather's going to do, but we're certainly going to keep track of. We keep a watchful eye on the guys to lure us that. We're concerned that they're the ones that might have an advantage if the weather does one thing or another. But we'll do the best we can and try to get to New York as quick as we can, which puts us in the best position for it all.
Right. David, I think the phone cut out when you were explaining the sails before. Can you just run through what happened again when you had your sail difficulties?
Yeah, we had yesterday at about, the night after the start, which would have been Saturday night, Sunday morning. We were sailing along with the A3 in pretty good conditions, but it took a whole lot of concentration to stay with it. We were on our way out to the Gulf Stream, and we finally got out to the Gulf Stream, got to the other side of the Gulf Stream, and wanted to jibe back, at which point we rolled up the A3, and in rolling it up, it reinflated the top portion of the sail, sort of creating an hourglass type thing, which is rather difficult to get undone while you're on the boat. So we had to take it all down below and spend a couple hours trying to unravel and untangle it. And of course, with Matt's stomach and heavy levels of fatigue, it took us quite a while. So we didn't really get that sail back up until mid-late morning yesterday. But all's well with it now.
Well, great. Good to hear you got it sorted out. I've got to say that that satellite phone that you've got there is the clearest one I've spoken to anyone on in a long time. So it's quite pleasant.
Yeah. This KVH system is pretty powerful and does a pretty good job. We're pretty impressed with it so far. Though I've tried to get a video off, but I was unsuccessful last night. I think when you get a sea state like we're in now, where we get a little bouncing around, the signal isn't quite as powerful.
Right. No, it's the phone call is pretty clear, so it's nice. And just before you go, how do you rate your out of a scale of 1 to 10? How would you rate your race so far?
So far, I think we're a scale of 1 to 10. Probably doing a 7. I think we're pretty pleased with how we've been sailing. Just had a few of those problems with sails and stuff, but that's to be expected too. So maybe a 7 is underestimating it. I don't know, but I think we're real comfortable. We're real happy with what we've done, and we're excited to see if we can hang with these guys and come out on top of them.
Excellent. Well, thanks for your time, Dave, and all the best for the rest of the race.
All righty, sounds great. Thanks to you. Take care.